Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us remotely, we have Tony Sun. He's the CEO of Zentalis and also the newest member of the Nasdaq family of listed companies. Tony, it's great to have you with us. Congratulations on going public on the Nasdaq stock market. Tell us more about Zentalis.
Thank you, Jill. This is a pretty important day for our company, and I'm pretty proud of our team and all that we've accomplished to get us to this point. Our focus is on discovering and developing small molecule therapeutics that target fundamental cancer pathways. Our proprietary integrated discovery engine allows us to identify the limitations of current cancer therapeutics and then design differentiated treatments to help overcome these constraints. In the past 5 years since our founding, we've built a broad pipeline of oncology medicines with 3 candidates already in the clinic.
The 3 compounds you developed use the deep capabilities of the Zentalis integrated technology engine. What differentiates your technology in the oncology space?
Leveraging our deep industry experience and know-how, we've created our integrated discovery engine, which allows us to design small molecules that we believe have differentiated product profiles from existing compounds. This approach has enabled us to efficiently identify and commence the clinical development of novel oncology therapeutic candidates. Our initial strategy is to focus on targets that have been clinically, and in some cases commercially validated, allowing us to start the drug development process at a more advanced stage. Since our founding, we have successfully cleared 3 INDs with the FDA, with a 4th submitted for approval. We also believe our integrated discovery engine has the potential to generate candidates outside of oncology and for a wide range of therapeutic areas with unmet medical needs.
And how about an update on the pipeline?
Absolutely. We are currently advancing 3 clinical trials, and just this week, I'm happy to report we submitted our 4th oncology IND to the FDA. All of our compounds target fundamental biological pathways of cancer that have been clinically validated, and we designed differentiated molecules that overcome the limitations of existing products. Our lead product, ZNC5, is an oral SERD, is being developed for the treatment of ER-positive, HER2-negative advanced or metastatic breast cancer. We are evaluating this candidate in phase 1/2 study, both as monotherapy and in combination with palbociclib through a clinical research collaboration with Pfizer. We expect to report top-line data from the monotherapy portion in the second half of this year. ZNC3 is an oral inhibitor of WEE1, a DNA damage response protein, currently being investigated in a phase 1/2 trial in patients with advanced solid tumors. We expect to report data from the phase 1 portion in 2021. ZND5 is our selective inhibitor of B-cell lymphoma 2, or BCL2, a protein that helps regulate apoptosis in development, initially for the treatment of hematologic malignancies. We submitted an IND to the FDA this week, and we plan to initiate phase 1 trials in patients with AML or B-cell lymphoma in the first half of 2021. ZNE4 is our oral inhibitor of mutated epidermal growth factor receptor, which regulates many cellular functions, initially being developed for the treatment of non-small cell lung cancer. We are conducting a phase 1/2 trial of ZNE4 in patients with advanced non-small cell lung cancer with activating EGFR mutation.
It's been a challenging environment as a result of COVID-19. Why is now the right time to go public, which, by the way, a remote IPO after completing a virtual roadshow?
That's correct. First and foremost, we are incredibly grateful to the healthcare workers who are on the front lines of this pandemic. Their contribution to public health and safety has been absolutely incredible. As a cancer therapeutics-focused company, we share a mission of prioritizing the health of the critically ill. Access to the public markets will fund the development of what we believe will be breakthrough medicines for cancer. The road to IPO has been a little different for us, given the circumstances, but we are proud to have completed the first ever fully virtual roadshow and now virtual opening bell ceremony.
How is Zentalis? How are you tackling COVID-19?
The COVID-19 pandemic has created volatility and uncertainty around the world. As business leaders, we're actively implementing new methods for managing operations and embracing strategic planning. We've made other adjustments across our company in recent weeks aimed at protecting our employees' health and safety, while also maintaining key activities to advance development of our clinical programs. We are in close contact with our principal investigators and clinical sites and have already assessed the impact of this crisis in our studies and in our expected timelines. Since the health of our employees and patients are our top priority, we'll continue to monitor and adjust as needed.
Why list on the Nasdaq stock market?
We felt Nasdaq would provide us with the best set of tools and support needed for a successful listing and for our journey ahead now as a public company, and we want to thrive in today's competitive marketplace. With their vast industry leaders and vision to improve capital markets, we believe the Nasdaq stock market will help Zentalis connect to new and future investors who are also passionate about bringing breakthrough medicines to patients with cancer. Throughout this process, the Nasdaq team has been a great partner, and we are truly honored to be listed on the Nasdaq at this time.
All right, Tony, thanks so much for joining us. Welcome to the Nasdaq family of listed companies.
Thank you so much.
All right, and thanks for joining me on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.